Okay. Alright. You know what? Let's do this. Alright. Oh god. So tired. But I gotta do it, so. Alright. Let's see what's going on. Ooh. I kind of want to see this. No, we'll save it. There's something else out. There's other things I want to see that I'm probably going to watch first. What's going on? Where is everything? Ow. Oh. Yeah, I'm not watching anything like that.
Fluffy.
Okay. Oh. I do want to see this though. So there's another one. Sorry about all these tabs. I am looking into making my own VTuber as soon as I can figure out how to get. Once I'm able to get a webcam, then I'll start doing it. Ooh, this seems good. See that? Oh god. Oh, yes. Gotta see that. I mean, if the platform's dying, might as well just burn every bridge I can, I guess. Ah, man, tech. I do not want to watch this entire thing. I'm not in the mood to sit down for 4 hours and watch this, but let's see. I've already want to see that. I do want to see that. Do want to see that. Okay. There has been a few videos that I've been watching that I hold off. So that way. Oh, you gotta see that. There's just some things that I just hold off and I don't watch, that way I can watch them on here. And in all reality, I've been wanting to review this stuff already because this came out today. And most of these Tectone videos came out a while ago. I've been so busy playing Hades that I just did not. I wanted to stop playing it, but oh man. Right now I'm just tired. I want to just chill out, react to some stuff, and then do this. My eyes are on fire. I don't know why. Okay. I'm not just gonna keep going through. Let's reload and see if there's anything else. Really? I don't know, just, yeah, I don't know. Oh, I want to see this too because this seems, oh yeah. Oh yeah, I gotta see that too. Oh, is there anything else that I'm really interested in watching? I wish JonTron would make more things, but he always seems to go every like 7 or 8 months before posting anything. Oh yeah, I was gonna watch that and then I stopped so I could watch it on here. You know what? We're gonna watch some old school. It's a lot, but I'm gonna add more. Some of these are only like 5 minutes. Wait, what? Casey Anthony is back. Wait, so she's on. Wait, what? Give me a moment, shit fell down. I gotta clean up. Okay. Oh man. Ooh, watching that too. Gonna watch that too, even though I hate that channel. What the hell? Oh. Oh, I don't know. You know what? Fuck it. We're doing this. Alright.
This is something that I really want to see documented, and something that I really want to go see. In case you guys don't know, I record the Unsubscribed podcast.
Hell yeah.
Brandon, Donut, and Eli. That episode will be coming out this Saturday on the Unsubscribed podcast channel. And for anybody who's from that podcast, anybody who knows about that podcast, I just want to talk about my feelings about meeting these creators and doing this podcast. Now, as a lot of you guys know, I have always been very transparent about everything I do in my life. I try to keep my relationship separate. I do. Because it's always business. For experiences that I have, I like to document them and just let you guys know how things are. And I'm going to speak to you guys with 100% sincerity. People who have been a part of my channel for a long time know I don't blow smoke up anybody's ass whatsoever unless it's deserved. And yeah, it was about an hour and 50-minute drive from Austin to San Antonio. And immediately, the guys, they take me out to lunch. Beautiful place. I got some chicken shawarma. It was next to a waterfall, and I could hear the train tracks from Six Flags from the table we were sitting at. It had a lot of ambiance, and it was really nice. But
I really like the Unsubscribed podcast. Oh god. It's kind of crazy that he got on there. I think he's like a perfect fit to be on that.
As I was going down to sit at the table, I was obviously looking for Donut because, you know, obviously everybody looks very different between how they appear online and how they look in the videos. And I shit you not, and I mean, I'm not gay. I want to make this very clear. I'm not bisexual. I'm gay.
Oh, Jesus. That never ends well.
Straight as fuck. But seeing Donut Operator, and I go in length about this in the podcast. What the fuck?
Oh, Jesus.
This guy was one of the, if not the sexiest human being I have ever seen in my life.
Good lord.
Genuinely, I have never seen anybody hotter in my entire life. It was insane. And I was like taken aback because I was like, this dude looks so good. I was like, is this actually Donut? So I don't know what's going on with the camera because Donut already looks good online. But in real life, god damn. Anyways, just wanted to glaze bro for a little bit. Meet with Donut, and immediately conversation flowed naturally. Like I knew this guy my entire life. Excellent.
Yeah, that's the best part of those guys, is that those guys know how to keep a conversation. They know how to go through everything. It's so good, especially when they have like veterans on, because those guys are, I'm pretty sure all of them are veterans. And it's so good watching them with other veterans and shooting the shit because they never stop. It's a back and forth for a good long minute. And it's so refreshing because there's so many podcasts that are out there that, you know, there's a lot of pausing, there's a lot of silence, and, you know, it makes everything I wouldn't say unwatchable, but it doesn't feel the same. It feels like, you know, they're pressing the keep it going because they're not thinking that there's something there.
Conversationalist, great handshake. Was a firm fucking handshake. It was excellent. He got me a Diet Coke. He was very courteous to me. And yeah, slowly but surely, I was 10 minutes late. Donut was right on time. Brandon showed up late, 25 minutes. Gorgeous hair. Gorgeous hair. They're all much shorter than I originally thought.
Oh, yeah.
Like little kids. Like 5'7", I'm 6'6", 6'7".
Well, that's the thing, though, is that what I've learned over, like, the course of my life is that there's a lot more service members that are under 6 foot than there are over. And in all reality, it kind of does give them an advantage, because if they are out in a war zone and they've got to hide, they're a lot easier to hide than some dude that's fucking close to like 12 inches taller than they are. It's crazy, but it's more true than I thought it was. Like, I'm gonna look it up just that way I don't feel like an idiot. Let's see. Yeah, 5'7". Yeah. The average height falls within that range. For the Marines, they're okay. Navy, they're short. I don't know if that's 100% true. Yeah, the standards for joining the armed forces is you can't be any less than 4 foot 10 inches, which is crazy. Because, you know, if a little person wants to join, I think that would be amazing for one. I mean, you'll never find them. They will be impossible to find. Because they're going to look for a dude that's 2 feet taller than them. They're not going to look for somebody that's almost the height of a child. And those guys would, dude, their KD would be off the charts. It's crazy. But it is what it is at that point. And I think that height requirement thing right there is so that way women can also join, I think. Because there's not a lot of men that are close to that height, but I've met quite a few women that are pushing 5 foot even. Not even 5'1". Some of them are fucking 4'11". It's crazy how much shorter most women are. I've dated quite a few of them. Okay, but let's get back to this.
But they're jacked. Like they're
Oh yeah, 100%, dude. Those dudes are in the gym all the time, and you have to be, because they are shooting guns that if you are not jacked, you will hurt yourself. Like, seriously hurt yourself. People can sit there and say that you can shoot anything as long as you handle it. No, you can't. No, you cannot. If your body is not trained right and you shoot a decently high caliber rifle, you can seriously hurt yourself. Even if you hold it correctly and you're doing everything right. Just the force on top of somebody's body that's completely unattuned to ever seeing weights in their life, they could get hurt. That's why I don't shoot anything above 9mm, because I don't go to the gym. And I've seen what happens to people who misinterpret how powerful a .45 is. And I've seen broken noses, black eyes, I've seen fucking eye socket, their eye sockets get cracked from the fucking gun hitting them too hard. They get fucking skull punched. Yeah, I'm not about that. If I go to the gym and I do that, then maybe I'll think about it. But I mean, 5.56 rifle rounds is what I'm used to shooting, in 9mm, what I'm used to shooting when it comes to handguns. That's just, I think that's a comfortable defensive round on both sides. I think if you honestly believe that you need something higher than that to defend your home, then you're crazy. If you want something higher than that to fuck around and have fun, then I am not against that at all. But I don't believe that it is necessary for home defense. Not in the slightest. I mean, I saw a 400-pound dude get dropped to his knees by a 22, even though he was kind of the... yeah, I'll say he was a really serious bitch, because he got hit in the shoulder and he dropped to his knees and they took everything from him. And he played that shit for months. But I mean, I don't think you need a 45 to be able to stop somebody from breaking into your house. I think a 9mm is more than enough. And if you have the time, 5.56 will rip somebody apart. So
Great conversationalist as well. I also noticed that Donut had a spike tattoo from Cowboy Bebop, which was dope. Then their manager shows up.
Oh yeah.
And then Eli shows up 45 minutes late, and the reason why I was counting the
dude,
was because I was so fucking excited to meet this guy. Because I was going through some of their videos, because I'm not a long time unsubscribed podcast fan. I have a lot of...
The thing is the thing that I've learned so much is that ex-military members, once they're out of the armed forces, if they're not working a morning routine job, those guys will never show up on time. My best friend is in the Army, and there's been plenty of times where me and him have decided to meet up somewhere to go do something, and he would never be there on time. So if he showed up 10 minutes early, I would consider that perfectly on time, because there were so many times where he never even showed up that early. He would always show up half an hour, 45 minutes late. And I would tell him all the time, be like, look, dude, if you don't want to be here at this time, why didn't you just tell me? He's like, well, I thought I wanted to be here at that time, but I woke up and decided to just lay there for an hour before I got ready, and that messed my time up. And it's like, okay. I mean, I understand, it's fine. I just wanted to know why you were always late to hanging out. But it's okay. I mean, he's done so much for me, and I've done a lot for him in return. And I don't know, there's nobody I would rather have as my friend than him, so I'm fine with him being there 45 minutes late. As long as he shows up, I'm good with it. But I do fuck with him religiously about it.
Back for Donut Operator, I've seen a lot of his videos. Very kind. But Eli, I was doing some research, trying to make sure that I make this podcast as well as I often do with the podcast I used to do, Steak and Eggs, as well as Noodle Shop, as well as currently podcast, as well as any other time I just have to talk to creators. I do a lot of podcasts. And I was making sure, I'm like, okay, name, flow, mannerisms, energy. What do I match to make this not awkward? Because, like, obviously, I've had some very poor podcast experiences with this guy called Exco Solo. We don't need to fucking talk about it. Bro did not know vibes, and God, it was like it was a vibe rapist. It was fucking terrible.
Yeah, that's crazy. It shuts you down in a conversation so easily if somebody cannot match your energy at all. It's insane. I mean, I love people to death, but there's some people that, they're okay with talking to, like, online in a Discord or over text or things like that, but then once you meet with them in person, they're nowhere near the exact same person that you see or read when you're doing that.
So got that shit out of the fucking way. Made sure everything was good. Meeting Eli was like I met my best friend that we've never spoken to, like a person who I've met to meet my entire fucking life.
That's the best feeling.
Man, I want to make this very clear. They were all awesome. They were all awesome, but Eli, goddamn, bro's a weeb, had a full-on berserk tattoo, which I didn't know, a full sleeve. I saw like one tattoo. I thought he had a full fucking sleeve of like guts and the berserk armor and the brand of sacrifice.
Oh crap!
Obviously, I had the same thing, so it felt like meeting.
I hit replay by accident after that. Please don't show up again. Okay.
Brandon shows me a Cybertruck. It was fucking cool as shit. They take me to their fucking underground bunker where they record all of their fucking shit. It was insane. I meet their editor Finn, who was just like the man. He set everything up, and then Eli set everything up, and then bro just dipped to his laptop to play Helldivers, and I'm like, oh god, this guy's so cool.
Oh shit.
Like this guy is just so fucking cool. I'm not gonna lie. Also, thank you for the 50 gifted. Holy shit, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Hell yeah.
Bro was just grinding Helldivers. It was awesome. And
Wait, whoa.
I had a beer for the first time in about a year and a half. I'm straight edge. I don't think I do drugs. But it's
Oh
not
jeez.
like religious, just a choice. I can still drink whenever I want to. I just usually just choose not to.
I understand.
Yo, Kate, thank you so much for the raid. I greatly appreciate it. So yeah, I had a half a can of White Claw. It tasted like shit. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah, they do. They're god awful.
It was warm. It tasted like shit. I was pretty much just drinking beer for the vibes.
Even if they were cold, they were terrible. Well, you can't call White Claw beer. That's not beer.
And oh my god, the very first thing I realized is how at peace I feel.
Oh yeah.
How at peace.
The atmosphere in that place is crazy. You can tell just over the videos that they have.
I want to know why that is. It's because I'll check editor chat in a second.
They're beyond welcoming.
I've been living in Austin, Texas for so long, where so many of these fucking retards are like so progressive, so far left that like
And they shit on you.
You can't even make
Yep.
because you're like, oh dude, what if one of them gets upset?
Yep.
What if they get upset about me saying retard? Gotta make sure I say dumb.
Oh yeah.
Call something gay. What if they get upset? Oh, dude, I can't say that. I don't think we should inject hormones into our children. What if they think I'm transphobic?
Yeah. Oh god. You will not get that with those guys. They're all service members. They do not give a fuck. They don't care about your feelings or nothing like that. They don't care. They do the most craziest jokes with each other and other people. I mean, I think they had Grandpa Gaming on there, and the shit that they were talking about with that man, even though he's a service member as well, it's still crazy to know that they were talking to a man, I think he's in his 70s, talking to him like he was 25 years old. And it's insane. But that's just how military people are. When you're stuck in offices and you're stuck in the woods for days on end and you have nothing to do but just survive with 8 other guys or 10 other guys, you guys will fuck with each other hard. And then when they get out, they think that it still happens out here. So it's either you agree with it and you deal with it, or you just don't speak to those people. But I think it's stupid if you don't, because they've been ingrained to act like that because they're in a system that fucks with them mentally. So I think that they have a perfectly good reason to do the shit that they do. And regardless of whether I think that it's okay or not, it's fucking hilarious.
It's getting so bad in Austin, Texas. It just is. Everybody gets so offended by everything. By everything. And it's insane. It is. But in this group, with these people, I was able to speak my mind, and I did. Oh,
Awesome.
I talked about everything, boys.
Oh, hell yeah.
I talked about everything. I talked about everybody. No punches were pulled a single fucking time. You were about to see 3.5 hours, whatever that's edited down into.
Oh, dude, let it be that long because that would be awesome.
Pure incendiary, fucking spiked tongue, spitting molten lava.
Scorched earth. Dude, it's fucking crazy.
It was insane. The Patreon episode is me just talking about anime. I bit my tongue as much as I could talking about anime. We're talking about very serious issues. You will probably hear me say a word that I don't say on stream because I can get banned. You will probably hear me say that word at least once. So but it is what it is. You'll probably hear me talking a way that you're not used to hear me talking.
Oh, it don't matter.
We really went all out, and we had a beautiful time, and it was great. And I felt like I was speaking to friends. And as a guy,
Yep.
where even I still felt uncomfortable on some of the podcasts that I run with the people that I know, I would like to just go on record and say, I don't give a fuck how you feel about Donut or Brandon or Eli. Those were some.
Yeah, dude, if you walk into an environment and you can just tell before even really speaking to those guys that the environment is so welcoming, there's no reason to shit on those people.
People I've ever met in my entire life.
100%.
Souls, great people, above all the bullshit, above all the noise, and it just made me not feel fucking crazy. Yeah. And here's the thing. Here's the thing. And this part meant so much to me. Podcast is over. Usually after podcast I do, we all go our separate ways.
Oh no, those guys will take you shooting after.
Which I'm going to be making merch soon. Basically the idea they gave me that I should have been made for.
Yeah, those dudes will go take you to a gun range.
Eli, this guy who I had an amazing conversation with, immediately asked me for my phone number.
Oh yeah, they'll do that too.
Immediately, and I was overjoyed.
You go on there
I was overjoyed.
and they like you, you are,
I leave.
you're 100% gonna be their friend.
Within 5 minutes of me leaving, Cody and Eli had both texted me, telling me how wonderful it was meeting me.
Hell yeah.
Within 30 minutes, Donut, it's not a racial slur.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So within 30 minutes, Donut sends me a photo of him chilling with his dogs out on his couch watching Vinland Saga.
Oh Jesus.
Yep. He just said, damn, man, you were really gassing this show up. I'm going to start watching this shit right now.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. It was amazing. And Eli and myself pretty much talk consistently.
That's the good thing about those guys is if you make a really compelling argument, they'll dig into it. When it comes to shows or if it comes to takes or it comes to anything like that, if you make a really compelling argument, they'll dig and they'll do their own research on it and they'll check it out, and if it ends up being everything that you claimed it was, I mean, dude, they'll follow right along with it. Those guys, they're open-minded, and that's what makes them so welcoming on a podcast like that.
For yesterday and the day before that, and he started Freerun because I recommended him Freerun, and I started Hajime no Ippo because Eli recommended me Hajime no Ippo.
Oh shit.
And my God, I mean this when I say, what a great group of people.
Yes.
What an
100%.
that was. And it just makes me so optimistic for the future when there's people as good as that out there in this world. I can't tell you how many times people warned me to not talk to these people. How many people
Oh yeah, they will.
They did this, they did that, they did this. I don't care. They were great.
Most of the time they'll tell you that they're terrible people just because they were in the military. So being in the army or anything like that just automatically makes you a bad person, which does not make any sense to me.
Anybody make me feel some type of way about some bullshit. It was great. I loved it, and I appreciate those guys so much. And I want that to be known publicly. This is probably a YouTube. I would appreciate you guys to go like and subscribe over to their respective channels, which hopefully
hell yeah.
in the description.
Please do.
Their podcast is fucking amazing. And you know what they do? They talk about serious issues that matter.
Yep.
And not only do they talk about serious issues that matter, they do things about the things that matter.
Yes.
The police,
100%.
and they make legitimate good change in the world. And it is so refreshing to see content creators as down to earth, as humble, and as how kind they were.
Yeah, and that's what sucks when people shit on them the way that they do. Because those guys do so good for the community. It's unreal. And yet these guys just relentlessly shit on them. I watch them just because they're decent human beings.
I greatly appreciated my time on that podcast, and I wanted everybody in my community to know that, and I hope you guys will go watch that episode when it comes out on Saturday. It was fucking awesome. And if by some miracle of God, this is maybe one of the unsubscribed podcast members watching this video, welcome to the channel, and I appreciate you watching that.
Hell yeah.
See you on the next one. Bye, guys.
That was great. Okay. Okay. I don't know if I want to watch this shit. Yeah. Let's see. What is this on Pokemon? Oh, man. I don't know if I want to watch this. Yeah, we'll see that. We'll see that. I do want to see this. Okay.
Bro, they are 500% finding out. I did the math. The calculations are empirical, and we are so here. So,
Oh, shit.
Hassan Piker, he might have had sex with children. In other news, Hassan Piker is not the person we are.
Wait up. Jesus Christ. Oh, God.
Not the person we are mostly going to be talking about today. For those of you that are unaware, Hassan Piker was banned on Twitch for 24 hours for, supporting terrorists and, glazing more.
Alright.
More terrorists and enjoying more terrorists. And this is Taylor Lorenz. Taylor Lorenz said, Hassan has been banned for 24 hours for covering the shooter's manifesto. She is a journalist, even while denouncing it. Yet another example
Oh, God.
of newsworthy information and coverage. So Taylor Lorenz is busy some cock. That's what the man is doing, all right? Listen, Hamas Diddy Bin Laden Piker over here has found
Jesus.
troglodyte retard in the journalist industry to suck him off.
Dude, that picture is so wild. Oh my God.
What a fantastic day. So, between sucks, she released a couple of crazy tweets. So, yet another example of social media censorship of newsworthy information and coverage. This is a major newsworthy event, and content creators should be allowed to cover it without platform retaliation. Social media is how people get news and information, especially if it's a 13-plus-year-old gaming website for children, am I right?
That's what nobody seems to understand, is people is using Twitch as a political platform, and that's not what it was. That's nowhere near what the genesis of that site was for. And people are using it to push propaganda and to basically call other people on the platform pedos and fucking all kinds of crazy shit. It's unreal, dude. It used to just be that you could get on there, stream games, and have a good time. And now it's full of this. And in all reality, I'm probably gonna make a Kick account and then dual stream to Kick and YouTube, depending on how everything goes with Twitch.
Your entire platform is invalid, and you're also a retard. And these platforms are aggressively censoring journalistic speech based on politics. Are we fucking crazy? Are we like actually doing this? Are we not aware that Twitch is actively protecting Hassan and his entire orbit of retards, the entire retard Avengers? Like, do you realize that? They are getting protected. It's
Yes.
that gets banned.
Yep.
Broken Fat gets banned for 2 weeks. Asmongold says something anti-Palestinian. He gets banned for 2 weeks. Are we on the same page? Because
I don't know, dude. I read into it, and apparently you only get 24 hours if you have violated a new, if your TOS violation is different from your past violations, which is what I read, and it was coming from Twitch. So the thing is that you could have, I don't know how many TOS violations there are, but whatever it is, you could have 10 24-hour bans, and as long as they're all for different reasons, then it justifies the 24-hour ban, because it's not a repeat offense. That's how they labeled it, is that if repeat TOS violations happen, then that's when the increasing ban time happens and it comes into place.
anyone that knows anything about this situation, Hassan, the guy that breaks the terms of service every day supporting terrorist organizations that murder civilians, that fucking retard is still on the platform. I got a 24-hour slap on the wrist. So
Yeah, it's crazy.
And I want to point something out.
Of course they are. They're always going to cry for free speech, but then they're always going to cry for free speech as long as it feeds their narrative. And if somebody speaks out against what they believe, then they're going to try and censor those people, but then still proclaim that they want free speech. That's how these people operate. They only care about free speech when it's in their realm of beliefs. And it's I don't know. I don't even have any words to say about it. I just think it's insane that people do that kind of shit, that they're so hypocritical with their morals on things, that, and they're so flippant with it that they show it online for the world to see, and they think that it's okay.
Is actually something of a hypocrite. What? A libtard? A hypocrite?
Oh God.
So, hypocrite Taylor Lorenz is at it again. This is 2023.
Yeah.
Twitter files. For those of you that are unaware about the Twitter files, I thought this is important to note. The Twitter files is something that existed that after Elon Musk bought Twitter, he released a lot of private information that was going on behind the scenes at Twitter in regards to censoring people. So the Twitter files revealed that Tay-Tay, this Taylor Lorenz journalist that's currently neck deep on Hassan Schmidt, has privileged access at Twitter. What? She requested specific accounts be banned and content removed. Twitter complied with the requests. Oh, interesting. So you're telling me that Taylor Lorenz, Schmidt,
Oh, really?
extraordinaire, Hassan Glazer, and de facto terrorist supporter, you are telling me, you are explaining to me, I'm trying to just make this understood because I'm not sure I understand. You are telling me that the free speech warrior
Is a hypocrite?
on the side of history, supporting a terrorist supporter because she believes in freedom of speech on a gaming website, even though the gaming website is directly biased on behalf of the terrorist supporters,
Is a hypocrite? Oh my God. You're a hypocrite?
She worked behind the scenes with the shadow government banning Twitter to silence them? This is the most despicable, bad faith.
Why does that surprise anybody? I mean, she literally follows Hassan to the T. And then, on top of that, supports his takes on everything. Including when Hassan's being a complete hypocrite as well. Because he has been, and there's been plenty of times where he has been a hypocrite, and it's all there. And now it's just showing that she's a hypocrite too. It would not surprise me that if eventually Frogan, well, Denims is a hypocrite. I don't even have to argue with that. I've never seen anything opposing Frogan being hypocritical. But Frogan, Denims, iDubbbz, I mean, they're all hypocrites. It's a circle jerk of hypocritical talking points. But then get mad if you call them out. They'll call you a neo-Nazi. They'll call you a fascist. They'll call you racist. They will call you transphobic, homophobic. They will call you everything under the sun to try and discredit the statement that you're making just because you do not agree with what they believe in.
Bitch in the history of the media. So on today's episode of You Don't Hate the Media Nearly Enough, more Pegasus made a video talking about not just Hassan getting banned, which is very brief, and I've covered it already in How Fucked Is Hassan Baker, episode 520 and 510%. But I wanted to cover this because Hassan's entire orbit is literally collapsing around him. And I'm telling you, the retards are finding out. They don't realize that they don't live in Biden's America. They are living under a new world, a new regime, a reciprocal one. They are about to feel the weight of 7 swing states that don't like terrorists, and it's gonna be a fucking awful day to be part of the shadow government media censorship machine. So, lock in, boys and girls. We're living in the age of fuck around and find out. And
Oh, yeah.
I'm excited to see them fuck around and find out because they exposed so much heinous shit about all these journalists running to cover up Hassan's ass.
Yes. Hell yeah.
Turns out Hassan's ban was only for 24 hours. So on his scheduled day off. So he basically took a holiday. He went for a little gooning sesh with the Twitch CEO.
Yep, that's what they did. Him and the Twitch CEO gooning it up together as they should. Now, I want to show this.
Of course.
Now, this.
There's no way a grown man is gonna call another, make a video and send it to another grown man that they barely know and sing them things.
A coincidence. Okay, it is not a coincidence that he happened to get his day off on the same day that he got banned. Not a coincidence. Let me show you something said by XQC, notable Frenchman extraordinaire and also intelligent gamer, known for his idea of firebombing California to stop the fires from spreading.
Oh Jesus.
Guys, I will leak a secret then. I'm gonna leak a secret. Ready, chat?
All right, ready?
It works like that. Okay. When you're about to get banned, they send you a DM. Your partner manager will send you a DM and will contact you. Okay. And if it's like,
Well, I don't think that applies to everybody. I think that's only if you're within a certain threshold of followers and subscribers and pretty much your view count, and I think that's what matters. I don't think that they're just doing that shit for anybody. I think that they're only doing it for the top of the top people.
oh, dude, can we hold off until this day or whatever? Sometimes they'll listen. Okay. It wouldn't surprise
Yeah, because they don't care.
They timed the ban so where like it would be a Zach day off or day off or whatever. It is what it is. That's just kind of how it goes. That's like it's the kind.
Yeah, they don't give a shit.
When I had my like week ban for like cheating or whatever, they're like, yeah, you're getting banned from this day. I just took it how it is, but I think there's like a conversation or whatever on yo, there's a week ban.
So I wanted to show this to you, not only because no one actually understands what he's saying, but apparently, I'll translate this because I speak French Canadian. It's one of my greatest weaknesses. Apparently, Twitch, when they want to ban a big streamer, they do it for optics. All right, I'm translating this for you guys. I speak French Canadian. It's simultaneous with my ability to speak retard.
Hey.
No offense, XQC. It's not your fault. You were born that way. A lot of people are born retarded. Some people born autistic. Some people born French Canadian. I don't hold this against you. So I want to.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
When a famous streamer is gonna get banned, the partner manager reaches out to them and talks to them and is like, "Yo, I need to ban you for optics reasons. I will time it perfectly for you so that we could get the ban out of the way and everything works out. Hey, Hassan, I know that you said your heinous shit, basically reading a terrorist manifesto and condoning it on Thursday, but I'm not gonna ban you Thursday.
We'll wait till Sunday.
I'm not gonna ban you Saturday. I'll ban you on Sunday because that's the day you were gonna take off. Sound good?" And he's like, "Sound good." And in my opinion, that's exactly what happened. They're wrapped around his fucking fingers so tight that they did that shit. This isn't just tinfoil hat on the shelf. XQC, notable Frenchman extraordinaire, said that shit. All right, and he speaks French. And XQC, to this day, has the greatest take on the entire geopolitical conflict in Israel versus Gaza. Like, he has such a good take on this. I think Hassan needs to learn. I think Hassan needs to learn from XQC. Let me show you XQC's solution to the entire Israel-Palestine conflict.
In 1978, Israel and Egypt signed a U.S. brokered Camp David Accords. Shortly after that, Israel gave Sinai...
Yeah, this is a really bad question, chat. Why don't they just... And this will sound really bad. Why don't they take the whole piece of land, full reset, all the same, and just call it like Landia.
Boom.
Like, it's just land. Like, fuck it. And just everybody wins.
Back to Egypt as part...
Spitting back. And just forget Israel, forget Palestine, just rename it as Landia. Boom. One state solution. The XQC.
Then move the Americans into there.
Good defense.
What?
True.
No, it's just one thing. If it keeps pushing
Boom.
up and down, bing. Okay, why not just full reset and make it one thing?
Just full reset. Landia. Know what I'm saying? Anyway, so now that we've established that XQC is the correct person to talk about Israel-Palestine geopolitical issues, I think it's important to recognize that he's probably correct. He is probably correct that Hassan definitely planned his ban.
And Clancy. Now, Hassan has also responded to the suspension and is taking every opportunity to cry about this. Hassan,
Oh yeah, dude, he's acting like he's been cheated out of life over this shit, dude. I don't understand. The only reason why he cares is because he's not profiting off of a conflict that he doesn't want to end, because it's gonna end his streaming career if it's over. I mean, that dude knows that if that war ends tomorrow, this guy will have nothing to talk about except for the same talking points he's had for years now, which he will go back to talking about transgender people. And if Russia and Ukraine is still going on, he'll talk about that. Because it just shows how funny it is that Russia and Ukraine is still going on, and he was such an advocate for that fight. But yet, once the war happened with Israel, he showed no fucking care about it whatsoever. He did not give a shit about Russia and Ukraine after that, because he knew that something was going to happen and that was going to end, so his money train on that was ending. So now he has a brand new money train to jump on and fucking leech off of until it's over. And if this whole fucking conflict ends tomorrow, that's exactly what he's gonna do, because he did it for so long. That's all he knows other than this.
also responded with a lot to say about it.
I can't believe he's so successful and handsome.
Everybody in a very entertaining beef with iDubbbz Anissa.
Let's
and
go.
now a new
Oh hell yeah.
We don't hate the media enough. That's what we're here for. Look, I do the research on Hassan. Everyone else can do the research on other shit. This is awesome.
Friends, this hack
Nux collecting a totem pole of people to beef with. Listen,
What the fuck kind of a face is that?
I don't reach out to people to collab with them. I don't want them getting hate on my behalf. But I will fucking drop an N-bomb on anyone that needs to.
Oh, Nux, I would collab with you 100%.
All right, I will drop that N-bomb.
Nux, I swear to God, I would collab with you 100%. I would do multiple hours on a live stream with you just to shit on this man, to shit on Hassan and iDubbbz and Anissa and everything, dude. I would join that in a heartbeat.
Journalist who was decided to defend Hassan. Anyways, subscribe. Let's get ready for this report and let's begin. Starting with Hassan responding to the ban, I covered the motives of the Israeli embassy staff shooter. Twitch TOS dictates a suspension for even critical examination of the.
He was not critical of that shit.
For news and press.
The clip of it, there, he was nowhere near critical of it. The only thing he said was he was trying to not convince you of something. And you don't have to take it. I was like, dude, I think you want them to take it that way, but you're telling them not to just so that way it's on film and there's proof that you said it, but the implication was already there.
To be clear, as I mentioned in Hassan Piker's 510 and 520% fucked, which you should definitely watch, he didn't even criticize the manifesto.
Nope.
He was there reading it with an ASMR mic. Oh, I murdered them.
Oh, no. Exactly.
Changes his policy in the future. And then we have this.
And it's like taking the suspension. It's like, what were you gonna do? If you have that kind of if you have that kind of power to where you can argue to not get banned on there or suspended, then why take it? I mean, but I think you took it, even though you probably could have gotten Dan Clancy to get rid of it and just let you go without even letting you go 24 hours suspension. But I think you did it just that way you had another talking point. And now, the man who has done nothing but look out for you since the beginning, now you're shitting on him and the platform. And it's insane, dude. The Twitch has made that man a millionaire. Multi-millionaire. That man has so much money, it is unreal. And he gets a 24-hour suspension for spreading a terrorist manifesto, and he is pissed and doesn't want to stream on the platform anymore. It's so insane, because he thinks that he's going to get this kind of following on YouTube or on, I mean, he might be able to pull it off on Rumble or Kick. But YouTube ain't happening, dude. Twitter ain't happening. He'll be lucky if he even catches a fraction of his viewers on another platform.
Suspended. Responding, you called it a false flag. You hate the Jewish people and you're anti-Semitic.
Hell yeah.
If this was an attack or one or two Islamic humans, you wouldn't be attacking anyone calling it a false flag. You're a terrible person, and I hope your life gets turned upside down. Hassan responds,
dude, my I give you one of these.
Oh shit.
You absolutely deserve one of these. I give it to you.
Jesus. Wait, that's being sold? No way. Wait, does the brand say ELO 2020? Dude, how old is that design and how long has it been up on Etsy? Because if it has not been up that long, oh my god. That I might be a shot at age 3. Oh no.
This is for you, my homie. You can pick this up for a sweet 120 shekel. All right, listen.
Jesus.
I didn't. Ironically enough, I was showing his motive to dispel the rumors of a false flag, which is a reason for the suspension, but I don't think you're capable of critical thought.
Yeah.
Mm.
No, you don't.
That man doesn't even know what the definition of critical thought is.
Dude went on a stream and he was essentially like, whatever I showed this, but he was essentially like, now I'm not saying it was a false flag, but here are all the ways that it could be interpreted as a false flag. Anyway, I think he was genuine with his actions.
Maybe openly denounce the truth.
I mean, he basically talked about how it was the perfect lineup, and everything fell into place perfectly for it to be a false flag. I mean, nobody else would say that. Nobody else believes that. Well, I mean, besides his chat and his people, but it is what it is.
Wait a second. Did Hassan Piker, the largest leftist political streamer, never denounce the shooter? Did the largest leftist political streamer in America not denounce a terror attack on American soil? It's pretty fucked up if that's true.
100%.
There is one person that did denounce it that I was very surprised to see. Pleasantly surprised to see.
Oh, really? Who?
Saudi
Oh.
the terror attack in D.C. And Hassan
Oh my god, dude.
Saudi Arabia for committing an attack on American
Oh my god. Oh my god. In Hassan's own words, that couldn't have lined up any more perfect than what it has. Oh my god, that was great.
fucking shit. Well, why are you surprised? Hassan supports 9/11, right?
100%.
We talked about this last time. Basically, Hassan said that the shooter who shot and murdered 2 Israeli diplomats was, quote, genuine in his actions, brain broken.
I think this is just
Dude, that's not a little brain broken, that's majorly brain broken.
maybe, you know, a little bit brain broken.
No, that's not how that works.
Somebody getting murdered. But anyways, he also subtly hinted that it was a setup and was a false flag. Of course, he didn't outright say it, but it was the classic Hassan tactic of, I'm not saying it was fake, guys, but my audience will obviously get that message and spread that propaganda anyways.
Yeah.
One of these random Twitter accounts announced that Hassan was banned on Twitch, and he quote tweets them.
Every blue check power farmer is an Israel dick rider on this website. There is dude, this man is so insane. And he didn't even say anything crazy. All he did was just point out the obvious that Hassan Abi has been banned on Twitch. And this is your response to that. He didn't say anything. He did not talk shit, even though he probably has talked shit about him before. But in this instance right here, did not say anything about him. And then you say this, and not even just to him, but to everybody on the platform. As long as they have a blue check mark, they're an Israel dick rider, but hold on. I need... Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Where is it? But anyways, my point was that I was trying to make was that, what is this? You can't generalize a statement like that without including yourself in it. You fucking moron.
Blue check power farmer is an Israel dick rider on this website.
This
yeah,
is
so
the-
this
this
was
is
like
the
a
greatest
completely
tweet.
neutral.
This is the greatest tweet of all time. Random guy. Hassan got banned. Hassan. The Jews! The Jews!
Exactly. my god. Oh god.
Random dudes like Hassan was banned on Twitch, and he's just like, the Jews! Bro is actually bringing
No way.
time. He also has a blue check mark, in case you were unaware.
Yes.
This is amazing.
Oh god. How did I just 100% agree and just state the exact thing that he just said? Almost verbatim. Oh my god.
God, we're living in the best timeline. The retards are being called retards again.
Troll. Apparently everybody agrees with Gabriel Dick Rider. Honestly, this is situation in Gaza. If you just smear the other side without actually explaining their perspective, people will automatically support you, right? And
I mean, that's the strategy every single time. It's like, I'll criticize Hassan and he's a pedophile and he's a genocide supporter.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Sorry, I'm getting a call from my meetup. We're going to a Diddy party.
I've seen this in my comment section as well.
Bring the white suits.
Hassan fans saying, are you defending genocide, bro?
I get those all the time. Dude, I've had people doing that myself today. Just drop it in.
I mean, if that's what you got from me criticizing this piece of shit supporting terrorist organizations, then in his own words, you will be a little bit brain broken.
Yes, 100%.
It's a rough day to be a Hassan fan. It definitely is, because you are a retard. It's a
Yeah, I get it. It sucks. It does suck. It sucks really bad, but most of these guys put all their eggs in one basket over a guy that basically from the jump was going to screw them over anyway. So at this point it doesn't matter.
Subscribe for more retards. I am excited to make more fun of more of them. In my opinion, it's great that the retards actually get called out.
Is it really a controversial take to say terrorists are bad, shooting innocent Israeli diplomats in America is bad, graping people is bad? Apparently these are controversial opinions in 2025.
Well, when it comes to Hassan, you gotta realize Hassan...
Oh yeah, 100%.
You have to realize Hassan doesn't think it's bad. Hassan... Okay, I done this research already, so I don't know how many times I have to go down this rabbit hole. This is not a Hassan-focused video. This is mostly about the retards around the world fucking, finding out every time they end up on the wrong side of history. But, Hassan supports, and I showed this in my 500% fuck video, Hassan supports an IRA-style terrorist organization to start in America and start bombing Americans to give them Israel fatigue, because they'll be so fatigued in Israel if random civilians get bombed in America by a terrorist organization.
That's insane.
This dude he's a fucking demon, bro. He's a demon. He's the bad guy. Sometimes
The thing is that the people that, no matter what side of the fence you're on, if you live here and you're nowhere near, if you're not extremely wealthy, then it doesn't matter because you can't do anything about it. So why do you care about their opinions? If you really want to sit there and guard opinions on a conflict like this, then you need to pay attention to the 1%, the higher up people who had the means to be able to support these things, but yet you're focusing on the little people that don't even want to pay $5 for a sub on Twitch, let alone sit there and send money to another country to help out with a conflict. It's just, it doesn't make any sense. But he's gonna play the game no matter what.
Sometimes there's shades of gray, alright? So I will admit, every once in a while you get shades of gray.
There's 50 of them if you want to be exact.
But this dude's not shades of gray. He's a bad guy. He's on the wrong side of history.
Hassan suspended for talking about the news, and all the free speech frauds are cheering it. Yeah, that's about the news, guys. Now you're just a loser. Oh, you poor racist baby. Cry about it, Diddy fan.
Jesus Christ.
In full force.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I love the Hassan Defense Squad. See, I love, I do my Hassan Piker as fuck franchise for the Hassan videos, and then I react to fucking more Pegasus, who covers the entire fucking retard Avengers.
Yes.
Saying Hassan has been banned for 24 hours for covering the shooter's manifesto, even while denouncing it.
He didn't denounce it.
No, he didn't. Not even close.
Actually watches Hassan streams.
I think. I mean, I watch clips, but it's not even on a clip channel that he probably profits on. So, I swear to God, I would not give that man a single view that makes him any type of ad revenue money. I would never do that. That's why I wait for these types of videos by Tectone or Nux or Asmongold or Pegasus or Sensitive Society. I wait for those guys to post a video about this shit way before I ever give Hassan any views or ad revenue on anything. Fuck that guy.
Doesn't watch Hassan streams because he's completely insufferable. I don't actually even blame them. And just covers like the story about it. He didn't denounce the manifesto. I covered this.
No, he didn't.
510 and 520% fucked.
Yet another example of social media censorship of newsworthy information and coverage. Yeah, apparently Hassan was denouncing the shooter so much that his entire chat was spamming parts for the shooter.
Yeah.
Weird.
Wonder why Hassan had to change it to emote only mode. It couldn't possibly be because his chat is completely unhinged and would probably get him in trouble. This is a
Oh, yeah.
event, and content creators should be allowed to cover it without platform retaliation. Social media is how people get news and information now, and these platforms are aggressively censoring journalistic speech based on
These
data.
people are
No, that's not. But that's so one-sided, because when people get censored over things that they don't agree with, they're completely happy about it. Like, if you are for trans rights in general, or anything, it doesn't matter. But if you have a specific, moral compass that leads you down a certain path, and then nothing happens to you, but then all of a sudden you get TOS violated for doing those things, and you might get upset, but be like, okay, well, maybe I broke the rules, and then I don't think it should be against TOS to have these kinds of talks or have these kinds of takes. I think everybody should be able to speak freely and da-da-da-da-da. But then, if anybody else on the platform sits there and has a disagreeing viewpoint, the very first thing you do is you would brigade people and flood those people's channels and get them mass reported, get them taken down because they don't follow in your logic. You want free speech, that's fine, but one-sided free speech just shouldn't exist at all. It doesn't matter who you are.
the journalistic speech of glazing a fucking. Am I right, guys?
Dude, I don't understand how you can be this much of an absolute crybaby.
An absolute.
Exactly.
I mean, no offense, Taylor Lorenz. I'm sure you have very conservative family values where you raise children in a two-family household and do everything you can to support them in the best way you can. But get your jaw unlatched from this man's meat. Holy balls, Sam.
Yes.
I just noticed this. This is the video. Oh, wait. I'm freaking out right now. I can't believe I just noticed this. This is
100%. Yes.
reacting to Twitch's actual people, staff on
Singing him happy birthday.
birthday party.
And threw him a birthday party.
I never noticed this, but Frogan's in the chat.
Oh my god, dude.
Crazy. This is like glazed sepia. Not before known to man. Holy fuck. You guys
Fucked up part is that the platform was doing that for him. I don't remember them doing that shit for anybody else on the platform. And now that they've giving him a 24-hour suspension, now he's basically telling them to fuck themselves. All because they gave him a 24-hour suspension. And it wasn't even a real suspension because that was his day off from streaming. So he's basically mad over the fact that he couldn't stream on a day that he wasn't going to stream. That's fucking insane.
Jabba the Hutt latching onto his meat.
Oh god.
His staff trying to Some Hassan Schmeat for the rest of us. We also like 46 with no family. It's almost like you didn't get my intense sarcasm because most of terrorist supporting Karens in the fucking
It's not that hot of a take.
Are you kidding me? Anyways, other streamers are responding. It says they should just ban politics off of Twitch.
So obviously, I was.
Well,
Why that's difficult is what's politics, right? The reason why this is like incredibly difficult is because how do you define politics? Like, yeah,
any type of world topic that has anything to do with laws or conflicts or war or anything within that realm is, I'm pretty sure it's considered politics. So if you do that, you're losing so much of the viewer base because all the people that watch Hassan for his politics streams, he might keep some of them, but he might lose more than he's gonna keep. So I don't think that that's the best idea to have.
yes, reacting to Trump is politics. Reacting to terrorist shootings is politics for sure. But you know, everything becomes politics at some point, right? Is saying that you don't have biological
Pretty much.
sports politics?
If you,
Is gendering somebody politics?
yes,
Like the issue with it.
it's basically any serious opinion that culminates in two sides of an opposing view that is controlled by the government, I would believe. Like, you couldn't sit there and say that debating with somebody on how their shoes are tied is considered politics, but you get into very niche things, I think, that even if they're not mainly talked about, it would still be under that umbrella, because it's such a wide net that it casts whenever it comes to just that one singular word.
The issue is the line is so shallow. Like there's no
Exactly.
politics and what isn't, and it'll just end up so arbitrary that people will just ban people based on whatever the fuck they want.
Now, personally, I don't think that's the solution.
In all reality, Amaranth's hot tub streams were considered a political movement because she was going against the norm and doing things that, and pushing the boundaries of the rules at hand, and people were sitting there and discussing the rules and the TOS that was on Twitch at the time because she influenced so many women to sit there and buy an inflatable hot tub, put it in the middle of their bedroom, be in a bikini, and just sit there and not even speak to people, and they would make 10, 20, 30 grand, 100 grand. Amaranth she makes like $1 million a month between OnlyFans and fucking Twitch, and then Kick and Rumble on top of that, and her YouTube channel. Her total combined views and her total combined ad revenue money that she makes is in the millions, and it's insane. And all because she started a movement that pressed so many women on the platform to keep pushing the envelope until Twitch had to sit there and shut it down because they kept scooting the line more and more and more. Everything falls under that umbrella. It's just way too wide of a net to cast to where you can sit there and not deem something political whenever it fights a system, or it fights a rule set, or if it's a basic discussion on what should be done about certain things. I mean, it's so niche that it's gonna be hard to validate where the line is, because some people are gonna be against it, and some people are gonna think that they're going too far, or they're not going far enough, and it's gonna be a rule that's gonna end up ruining things if they implement it.
I think the solution is literally just apply your own TOS equally and as been going
And also report Hassan Piker to the authorities.
And that's the thing too. If you don't want to deal with politics on your stream, there are means and ways that you can go on your stream and ban words that can be typed in chat to where people can't say those things, and then those discussions don't even get had in chat, because if you I think I can't remember who it was. I can't remember who it was, but they did something where the chat was being completely unmoderated and they got permanently banned for it. So you gotta basically take charge of your own chat. And if you don't want that kind of talking going down in your chat, then make sure that it can't happen.
Responded saying 24-hour suspension serve no purpose and act often more as a reward than punishment.
Pretty much.
Attention they create. Why ban for critiquing a terrorist manifesto and propaganda but not for endorsement? Is criticizing terrorism TOS for make it make
So,
If you got like 3 months, or even 3 weeks, I think the reaction would have been completely different. I don't think anything would have been the same if that would have been the case. If you would have gotten more than 24 hours, I think that there would be a different sentiment on how things were being handled with Hassan the whole time. Because at that point, they're making a statement, be like, look, dude, we don't give a fuck what you're bringing to the table. So now you have 3 months to either clear out all of your old bots so that we can get advertisers back, and then you can come back on under a probationary period where you're going to have somebody monitoring you for another month or two after that to make sure that you're not saying anything crazy. Or the day after you get off, you say something insane and you'll be permanently banned. And I think that if that would have happened, then it would have been, and nobody would be this upset about it.
he's correct. He's right. I don't blame him. So this is something I mentioned the other day, but I'll say it again, you know, because I think it's important. Hassan, I think Asmongold is correct in what he is saying. Okay? Asmongold is right that obviously critiquing a terrorist manifesto is not nearly as bad as actually propaganda for terrorist organizations. But Hassan was not critiquing it. Hassan was not critiquing it, bro.
Yeah, he wasn't even coming close to critiquing.
God, I wish more people would actually see how bad Hassan actually was, and that's why you have
I don't think they serve no purpose. I don't think that 24-hour suspension served no purpose. I believe that there are there's a small minority of things that people can do on the platform that would cause them to get a 24-hour suspension. But it's a very small list of what would instigate that little of a punishment.
Ladies and gentlemen, play acclaimed, world beloved, soon to be on Netflix. How fucked is the Sound Piker franchise?
makes sense. Well, good point. He wasn't exactly critiquing.
Yes! Based Pegasus!
Hell yeah.
Freaking Pegasus! I love him! He's so real! Keep going, baby!
Manifesto, more like promoting. Anyways, Asmongold
Yeah,
continues.
that's what I'm talking about. That's why we love Pegasus in this house. That is why we approve of this man. Okay, I'm gonna leak DMs right now. I decided. I don't normally leak DMs, but I have no choice. I gotta leak DMs. Fuck. I'm so sorry, Pegasus. I don't mean to leak DMs.
Oh god, here we go.
For journalistic reasons, alright? I'm sure you won't mind. I'm sure you will not mind me leaking these DMs. My GOAT! My absolute legend! I love him! What a guy! He's so real and based.
Oh god.
Glorious man, you beautiful bastard! Holy shit, emoji!
Oh, let's see if he... Did he comment on here yet? Oh man. Nope, he hasn't yet. It's only a matter of time before he comes on here and does it again. It'd be crazy if he already did. It's been 12 hours. I mean, Pegasus doesn't have to respond right away. Or even comment on it right away.
Holy, what a guy! Anyway.
Continues responding.
You can say that you 10 toes down. That doesn't get you banned.
And that they deserve a peace prize.
A manifesto that does.
You're right, Twitch's rules are fucking retarded. In fact, the reason why Asmongold is like kind of wrong here is because yes, supporting the Houthis also violates TOS. They just didn't punish Hassan because he didn't get enough pushback from the media.
I'm sorry, make it make sense. Whenever Hassan says that he critically analyzed this manifesto, I don't believe him. And the reason why I don't believe him is because he interviewed a Houthi terrorist and he said it was a Yemeni teenager. He said he wasn't a Houthi.
Spitting fact!
And then he's like, we love you, and he's doing a hand heart, and he's like, you would do what Luffy is doing, and we support you, right?
Yep.
Whenever somebody has a history of lying, I'm going to assume that the next time they say something, they're also lying.
Yep. 1,000%. I couldn't agree with that any more than I do right now.
Is so based.
Twitch has a kind of like a punishment pyramid, right? Where it's like you do, it's a warning, a day, 3 days, 7 days, 2 weeks, a month, and then perma, right? That's generally the way it works. And so when you see a person that it doesn't follow that paradigm, well, this becomes a problem now, right?
Yeah.
Tectone got suspended for 2 weeks for calling Frogan fat.
Well, then either Twitch is making it up and they're lying on their site, or it's true and Hassan hasn't made repeat offenses to the TOS that are all the same.
Like in what universe is calling a person fat worse than promoting terrorism?
I don't know. I'm just going off of what I read, but if I take what Twitch, what the site says at full face value, that they only up the ante on your suspension time if it's a repeat offense, then there needs to be somebody out there finding out the rest of what Hassan got suspensions for and see if they fall under the same TOS guideline, and if they do, then there's a whole other problem there. Because now it's false information that they're spreading on their website to show to their creators on the platform. That's what it is. And I don't even think that that's legal. They can't legally sit there and put those policies in place to where their creators, and in all regard their employees, because Twitch is paying them and Twitch has the ability to take them off of the platform anytime they want, so they're basically at the mercy of Twitch. So if those policies are there for their creators to be able to read and to follow by, and things happen that don't match that set of rules, if anybody gets banned on the platform for stuff that other people have been banned for the exact same thing, and there's proof that they were under the exact same category of violation, then dude, they're gonna get screwed. They're gonna get taken to court over shit like that, because you're talking about taking away people's livelihoods, their way to eat, their way to pay bills, their way to do everything. Because most of these guys give up everything to do this. And if you take that away all because you're not sticking to your own policies that you have implemented and it's publicly available to read on your site, and you're not following those rules, then there's a problem. And there can be lawsuits over it.
Right? I mean, this is just, again, it's like, there's no reasoning to this at all.
The reasoning is their jaw is so firmly latched on Hassan's crotch that they can't actually critically analyze anything going on.
No logic to this at all.
Well, the logic is please have...
Yeah, the logic is they also support terrorists, in my opinion. All right, listen, we could say that they're glazing Hassan, and I think that's accurate. But I think Twitch needs to get investigated. Twitch needs to get fucking investigated. The fact that all of Twitch is standing 10 toes down behind their fucking pundits that are promoting terrorism is fucking insane and terrifying. You realize this is a gaming platform. It's a 13+ gaming platform that is on every smart...
That's the insane thing, is that it's
where you
a
have
minimum.
under the age of 13 clicking on
It's a minimum age of 13 to be on Twitch. And these guys are sitting there and spreading terrorist propaganda to children. And they think that that shit's okay. And they think that it's perfectly fine to platform, and it's perfectly fine to monetize, and it's perfectly fine to just hand these dudes money, hand over fist, for promoting this shit to kids. And that's the problem, is that all of Hassan's followers are so dead set on believing him and what he is saying that I don't believe that a good majority of them are adults. I think a lot of them are children.
on Twitch for gaming because their favorite Fortnite streamer told them to go to Twitch. They open Twitch, half of Twitch is boobs, and the other half of Twitch is terrorist.
Exactly.
Tits are terrorist on Twitch. That's literally the fucking platform. I have no idea how Twitch gets away with the shit it does. It needs to get investigated.
Dude, there was... They let that shit go about basically booby streamers, where girls can sit there and live stream with no shirt, no bra on, have their tits out, and just stand there and just shake them around while there's children on the site. And any of those kids can stumble across it, and there is no age restriction on any of it.
truly does. Without a doubt. It's insane.
The same opinions as me and support my opinions, or you'll get banned. Twitch's new motto should be "Rules for thee, but not for me."
100%.
Expect Twitch to take action on Hassan now.
I think you're wrong. There will come a time where either Twitch shuts down, or it gets rebranded, or it goes under new management, or Amazon decides fuck it, or Elon Musk decides to buy it. I think you're not.
Oh, dude, if Musk buys it, it's a done deal.
Everyone locks in to nothing ever happens. Everyone lives in this mindset of nothing ever happens.
Well, it's not that people are locked into the mindset, it's just been a proven thing over time. I mean, how many years has Hassan been on the platform and nothing has happened to him with all the radical, insane shit that he has said to people? I mean, it's been years. And nothing has changed. If in anything, the cuffs are off and he has free reign to do whatever he pleases on the platform right now, and nothing gets said. He has more freedom to speak his piece on anything more than what it was when he was, well, I would say way back then, but not that much longer ago. And it just seems that the more followers and the more subs that he's bringing onto the platform, the more leniency they're giving him on everything. And it's just a proven pattern at this point. It's a noticeable pattern. It's verified. So nobody wants to believe that Twitch is going to fix anything about it.
Guess what, motherfucker? Things happen, brother. And under the new management of Twitch, whenever that happens, because it is inevitable.
It would be great if that happened.
Life is nothing. You serve zero purpose. You should kill yourself now. Give someone else a piece of that oxygen in that ozone layer that's covered up so we can breathe inside this blue trap bubble.
I called dibs on the house. %. I swear to God, I would find out where he is if that ever happened to him, and I would take his house. He's never gonna use it anymore.
Because what are you here for? To worship terrorists. Kill yourself. And I mean that with 100%. Okay, I'm going to.
Yeah, that's a little bit too much. You're being extremely hyperbolic right now.
Too low to your god on that one. That was a joke, obviously. That was.
It's clear that he just has a stat
In Minecraft, in a video game.
grip on Dan Clancy's nuts. I don't know if
Jesus.
their dad is somehow paying the big bucks to keep him on the platform, because this is really hurting Twitch. You know, Twitch is under serious fire.
Well, I mean, his dad is apparently in the Turkish government.
It's not even that. I think Hassan donates monthly to the platform just so that way he gets leniency on everything. He makes so much money, he could fork over $100,000 a month and give it to these people just that way they'll leave him alone and he can say whatever he wants on stream.
Uncle runs a gigantic, a gigantic fucking news station, the Young Turks.
People are getting sick of that platform. More and more streamers are moving to YouTube and other platforms because they realize Twitch is just not.
It's happening.
Yeah, I'll probably dual stream now after that.
Kick.com.
And honestly, I will be there at the funeral to laugh.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Hassan saying he critically analyzed anything is hilarious.
That was a joke, by the way, when I said to Hassan to kill himself. I do not want Hassan to kill himself, alright? It's too easy.
One reason why I would stay on here is just because I want my sponsors to get exposure. And I want to be able to do right by them. So I probably do. I don't know. I don't think I would live stream on YouTube, but I think I would dual stream on Twitch and on Kick, and then take my VODs and then upload them to YouTube, and then that way all three are getting my stream as soon as they're finished. I think that that's going to be the easiest thing that you can do. Is just dual stream to 2 different platforms and then take your VOD and then upload it to YouTube where it can still be viewed. You might not get a lot out of it if you do that, but you ride this until it dies.
Hassan's the type of guy to study for a drug test. His brain needs
Jesus Christ.
overwhelming amount of superhuman stupidity. Then Asmund talks about another streamer who got banned.
So Erob was banned for 30 days, and they blast Twitch over Erob's ban because he said that he was going to threaten to beat up a viewer at TwitchCon.
Wait, let me get this straight. Hold on. Let me get this straight. Hold up.
Wait, was it a viewer or was it another streamer?
And Hassan is out there, essentially inciting violence on American soil, and he's just fine.
Now, by the way, he didn't even do that. He just said, if I meet you, I'm going to beat you up or something like that, or I would beat your ass if I met you in real life. Literally, yeah, that's all he said, and he got a 30-day suspension. That is insane. So the level
I mean, you do know that there's a whole Twitch ban game show, right?
of like logic with this.
Oh, you're gonna show Dan Saltman's thing? I checked it already. It's fucking insane. I didn't. The only ones I got right were the ones that that were correct were the ones that I guessed on Hassan. I couldn't get any of the other ones correct. By the time I was halfway through it, I just started shooting out wild guesses. I would eventually get one right, but it just seems so insane that website is up. And Dan Saltman, oh man, he tweeted about it and I checked it out, and then the second I looked at it, I was like, oh no, what are we doing? And then I answered all 47 questions.
Is just totally non-existent.
Well, no, the logic definitely applies. It's just not in the way you think. The mistake Erob made is that he didn't praise the terror agency.
Yes.
He said, I'll beat you up at TwitchCon. Also, the Luffy's are
Praise to Allah.
doing what Luffy would do. He'd be fine.
100%.
It's a simple maneuver. He fell for the old mistake of thinking the rules are fair. Then Asmund reacts to Hassan's tweets.
Every blue check power farmer is an Israel writer on this website. Number 1, Feared Buck. This is a guy that just tweeted out Hassan has been banned.
Yep.
He posts this photo. This isn't like a bad photo of him.
not at
It's
all,
not like the
actually.
That's exactly what the hell I said.
or, like, he's stupid or anything like that. The like shrunken head. No, it's just literally a photo of Hassan saying Hassan was banned, and now Hassan's calling this guy.
Then he blew the fuck up.
Right. What the?
Yeah. Listen, what do you mean? That's Hassan. He's the biggest misrepresenter in every situation. Designed by, I think Dan made this.
Yep, Dan Saltman.
The Twitch is fair website. So the way this game show works,
I'll close them.
you can start.
Oh, there's 57. There's 57 questions. I don't even think that I had I don't even think I even had a quarter of them correct. I know I didn't get half of them right. I was insanely wrong about how crazy the policies are, because some of these just seem so crazy that they warrant certain things. And it's not even just the Hassan clips. There's other clips on there where it just seems that the things that people say on there and the punishments they receive, if they receive any at all, are so crazy they do not equate to what they did in the first place.
You're retarded. I'm being ableist, and you're fucking retarded. So there is no way I can argue with you on this issue. I'm done. Okay? That's it. It's just I can't do it. I can't do it. I literally can't do it. I don't give a if your parents die of coronavirus. I literally cannot do it. I'm gonna cover the rational disconnect video or a thread.
Alright, so this is a clip of Assad saying, "I don't care if your parents die from COVID, you're a retard." Alright, so how long would he get banned for?
1 to 3 days.
The game show. I'm gonna say no ban. Look at that.
Oh.
Correct. Alright, next one. Alright, let's go.
Do you think the Israeli state was just like peacefully coexisting, and then these guys came in with fucking gliders out of nowhere? Don't say fuck off, dude. They didn't deserve it, you fucking idiot. My goal is solutions. Your goal is the continuation of violence. You want way more than 260 people dying. You want every single Palestinian to be so that you can build another fucking theme park in Gaza.
This guy only said 3 things, none of which implied
Jesus Christ.
Violent. Yeah, so those are him saying slurs against Jews. So I'm gonna say no ban. Alright, I'm correct. Next clip.
James, first of all, you are white, you are Caucasian, you will never be nothing, you will never have no personality. Okay.
Alright, so white people have no personality. I'm gonna say no ban. Oh shit, bro, that
They got 6 months for that?
Twitch streamer was cosplaying an Apex Legends character and got banned from Twitch for blackface. That's fucking crazy. I'm gonna say infinite ban. Nope, I was wrong.
6 months.
What about this one? Supporting racism against Jews.
My friend's gonna watch you after Cuban G slur because they're defrogs. What? Okay. Cuban G slur.
Justifying slur. It's a Cuban slur, not a Jew slur. My bad. I'm still gonna.
Yeah, because that's what he was calling Destiny for the longest time. So that way he didn't have to say Destiny. He was saying that word, which is basically the definition is worm, because it's the worm that they put in mezcal, and that's what they were calling him. That he is a worm, basically, and they were doing that just to circumvent from saying his name, because Hassan was so butthurt that he did not want to hear Destiny's name not one time in his chat, so he was okay with calling him a slur on stream all the time.
I'm gonna say no ban because it's a son. All right, I was
Yep.
correct. All right, next clip.
You are so desperately trying to push, you fat, disgusting bitch.
Fat bitch. That's a week ban.
3 days.
No pity at all for any.
Nothing.
Distress, thank you so much. I will never have any pity for any soldiers. U.S. military, fucking who? I hope you get PTSD.
All right, so this is saying you hope American soldiers will get PTSD, but that's American.
Yeah, and your fucking 10-headed fucking oval-shaped ass deserves PTSD too.
No ban. All right, let's go. Fuck yeah. Next.
players so bad. This is
All right, cheating at Twitch. I'm gonna say 4 to 13 day ban. Let's go. Admits to cheating in a $100,000 prize pool chess tournament. I'm gonna say no ban. Oh, never mind. No ban.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's what's crazy. Indefinitely restricted. They kind of gave it away right there. But that's even crazy.
Name from that. I'm gonna say 1 to 3 day ban. What the fuck? He got an indefinite ban? That's
Yeah.
All right.
What said it in the tweet? You just didn't read it.
I'm gonna say streamer runs a red light. 1 to 3 day ban. All right.
Did I tell you how I got
$1 donation to send the letter D to her avatar. 1 to 3 day ban. Easy, easy. Like, do you see what I mean? Like, these are nothing. These are nothing fucking bans. Did I get banned for streaming a
A game that's already
out?
out because I'm in a better time zone.
I'm gonna say 1 to 3 day ban. Hassan reacts to
Jesus. This is insane that he did not get banned for this.
Are you okay?
It's insane that he didn't get banned for that. This is why he doesn't care about what he says on stream. He doesn't care. He doesn't filter anything, because if he can get by with literally watching people getting shot and screaming and laughing at it, and nothing happens to him, why the fuck would he care if he says anything else? Exactly. He should have gotten 3 months over that. At least 3 months. At least a 3-month ban over that.
You could look at that at twitchisfair.com.
There's a lot of people that are not fans of Hassan. They're not Israel writers. They just disagree with what he's saying.
Exactly.
People are disagreeing with Hassan.
Oh my god, you're telling me that people can have different opinions and not be terrible people? Oh my god, that's so insane. That's fucking stupid.
Impossible. It must be something political. It must be because they're an Israel dick rider.
That's why the government's so fucked now, is that they believe that their way is the only way and it's the only good way. And yet Hassan shits on the government so much for that exact same practice, but then when it comes to moral standings on certain political issues, and that motherfucker acts the exact same.
My brain only thinks in black and white. I don't have nuance. I'm an idiot on the internet.
Exactly.
Talks about how these people use being pro-Palestine as a shield to basically do anything.
Somebody that every single time, literally every single time. And he did this in his own response video. It's like, are you really calling me out for promoting terrorists when there is a war going on somewhere else in the world?
That is pro-Palestine does something bad, and now they get suspended, and they're criticized, and people are criticizing, oh, well, you're banning pro-Palestinian voices. That's not what's happening here. Being pro-Palestine or being pro-Palestinian is not a diplomatic immunity card.
You ready for the Nux hot take?
Exactly.
He doesn't give a flying fuck about the Palestinians. That's why he's...
No, he just cares about the conflict. That's the only thing he cares about. He only gives a fuck about the conflict because the conflict makes him money. If he can make more money agreeing with the other side of the conflict, he fucking would. He's a money-grubbing fucking pig who preaches for socialism, but then yet is the most capitalistic and fucking greedy person on the planet. I guarantee you, if Dr. Pepper offered that man 20 grand for a 4-hour stream to drink Dr. Pepper on stream, even though it's on a list that people that are on his side of the conflict that believe the same things that he believes, they tell you not to drink it because it supports the opposite side if you buy it and you drink it. But he would do it. For that kind of money, he would fucking do it, and he would do it proudly. And he would put it under the guise of, well, I'm just siphoning money from the enemy. I'm siphoning money from the enemy. They sent this to me for free, and they're paying me.
One reason why Palestinians are dying. Anyway, if you want more details on that, check out fucking fucked. All of the videos. I prove that every single time.
From any...
You could just look at the most recent one.
Degree of accountability from anything else besides that.
Okay, I gotta disagree personally. I think if you're pro-Palestine, you should be able to do anything you want. I feel like you should be able to commit murder. You should be able to laugh at, you know, dead babies in coffins.
Exactly.
The bigger picture. It's the bigger picture.
They care about the Palestinians.
They do, which is why they support the violent, genocidal scumfucks that started the war and that could stop the war every single day. Hamas, who have the ability every single day to stop the war, who, by the way, just yesterday rejected a ceasefire. They rejected a ceasefire from the United States yesterday. Right? There's a so-called genocide happening, and the people that are getting genocided are rejecting ceasefires? Lying fucking assholes.
Care about them so much that they support Hamas, who literally kills them. They care about them so much they're doing their absolute best to make as much money as they can off of them.
Yes.
I think Hassan Piker deserves a Nobel Peace Prize for his work in
after the
10 toes down.
They get one first. than Hassan.
Community, his on-the-ground journalism, his
10 toes fucking down.
and the facts. Yeah. Anyways, enough of this.
Yeah, my favorite Hassan moment is when he said that Russia is never going to invade Ukraine.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean you just get to do whatever you want and you get to be an inhuman freak. You are not immune from rules. You don't get
It's not even that. You don't get to claim that you know everything either.
to break laws. You don't
What do
get
you
to
mean?
literally shoot and murder people
What-
in
what do you mean?
America. All right, that just
Someone should not be telling more Pegasus about how Hassan Piker is 500% fucked. All right, because that one was too dark.
doesn't make any sense, and you can't say free Palestine while literally committing murder, bro. Then Esmond talks about whether Hassan's audience is actually terrorist supporters.
When Hassan,
Yeah, they are.
only mode and the chat shows hearts while Hassan is reading the manifesto, do you think that's supporting terrorism?
Yes.
I think that it is very obvious that Hassan has cultivated an audience of people that are in some ways sympathetic.
It's either he's cultivated an audience of people that flock to him over these beliefs, or he has brainwashed those people into believing those things. Those are the only two ways that they could go. And if he's brainwashed them, there's a lot more leeway to be gentler on those people because they're trying to follow somebody that they look up to. But the people that are sitting there and just religiously being okay with this and sitting there and shitting on anything other than it, that's where it's a problem.
America deserved 9/11.
Pathetic towards terrorist organizations. It is undeniable.
He's always been.
And these again, if I remember right, the hearts were his own emotes. So this isn't like it's some kind of false flag. Oh, it's Destiny's here and making me look bad. These are his own emotes.
Like, he already knows the responses Hassan's gonna say. Well, how do you know that the people that were spamming hearts were actually false flag? They were Asmongold chatters
that they're using.
No, he would say that they're Destiny fans.
It's either Israel Dick Rider or Destiny supporter. Destiny.
Yes.
Also, is anybody surprised that Hassan's fan base openly supports terrorists? I mean,
No, they're watching a streamer that openly supports terrorists. Why the fuck wouldn't they openly support terrorists?
Pretty much.
Support a guy that supports terrorists, or people that themselves support terrorists.
Yeah, because if you look at his chat, nobody has given him any pushback on it, and the people that give him pushback, they get banned out of his chat for pushing him back on it.
No fucking shit!
if your leader is openly
No, duh! Who is okay with the guy that supports terrorists? Let's be honest. Who's okay with that type of person? Someone that also supports terrorists is okay with that person.
praising terrorists, it's not very shocking, actually. It's actually pretty understandable.
Yeah, no shit.
And regarding the whole love heart thing for the shooter, you would think it would be different for a shooting in America, where it's sort of like up close and personal, right? But no, this is just what happens when you go down this extremist pipeline. You know?
Yep.
It's so frustrating because I think people don't understand what Hassan actually advocates for. Like, people think he's just extreme. People think he's just extreme. It's insane to think he's just extreme.
Well, I don't think he meant it that way. I think he means that he has extremist takes. But I think that people believe that's a lot more than that. I really think Pegasus believes that it's a lot more than that.
Where's that fucking video? Dude, I have way too many receipts. God damn it. Let me pull this video.
Fucking show them all.
It's gonna be crazy.
Fucking do it.
Ready?
Fucking do it.
Block of people, like average Americans, have a decent amount of this, but they also themselves have no real reason, no real motivation for doing so, because ultimately
Wasn't he shitting on people not that long ago for being cat boys? And yet he has a cat boy moderating this fucking debate.
you know, what you said about Vietnam probably rings true. It does not affect them that much. It affects some of them psychologically, and that is about it. They don't see any material consequences from it. You know, there has not been like a massive adverse reaction that could turn them against it. Like, for example, like the IRA, for example, did a lot to like instill like fatigue in the British public on their government to try and look for some sort of solution to the troubles.
Yeah.
There's nothing like that. There's nothing like it anywhere. Not at all.
These people are basically sitting on their stream and complaining that there isn't an IRA-style terrorist organization in America bombing and murdering civilians.
Which is beyond insane to even say.
That's what they're complaining about. So yes, This is talking about bombing people in America. Okay? Are we on the same page? Right. This dude's a demon. He really is. Holy
Basically saying take the terrorism and bring it all here. And just blow up and murder civilians to failure. And to just grandstand on your moral high ground while people are getting killed over the advice that you're giving them. That's insane. Dude needs to be in a fucking padded room.
We shouldn't be surprised that they're putting love hearts for the shooter who killed 2 people when they support Hamas and the Houthis who kill way more people, right? So this is actually a downgrade. Now somebody made this banger Hassan edit about having conviction.
Have some conviction.
Have some conviction.
March with me to Gaza.
Gaza?
Yeah.
That mother...
Yes.
That motherfucker would not go there. He would not fucking go there. He would end up getting killed. And I don't give a fuck how much money that dude has. He would end up getting killed.
I unfortunately most likely will not be able to go.
What a guy! What a guy! Am I right, guy? What a guy! Look at our hero. That's our hero. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go to Gaza. I'm gonna do it. I know it's dangerous. Doesn't go.
Dangerous?
Yeah. Yes. The people
Yes.
said that they could not give me security assurances. Is it dangerous?
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, they're gonna give me security. They're not gonna give me security assurances. Yeah, because they know that somebody will fucking kill you there. And they're not gonna risk their life protecting something that's gonna be inevitable as soon as you step into that place.
Conviction. The BDS movement is very directed and hyper targeted, okay, towards a specific brand. Thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Thank you for the 5 gifted. Thank you for the 20 gifted.
Ah, and all that money goes to Amazon. You fucking retard snake.
Thank you for the sub. Thank you for the sub. Thank you for the sub. Oh, what a good third.
I believe what the Houthis are doing is a good thing.
10 toes fucking down.
Trying to be like,
oh, it's happening. He is actually cracking. I love watching these back and forth cuts of his actual content because he is cracking and
Yes, and it's fucking amazing.
think about them. 10 toes
Fucking down.
I'm not gonna go beyond just like reiterating over and over again. I'm on the side.
Like, he's such a fucking pussy. Like, he'll go on his stream and be like, you have to have conviction and support terrorists.
Yeah, he's showing 100% bitch made behavior.
You have to have conviction and go to Gaza.
Say it with your chest.
I'm of the Brookings Institute mindset.
I'm of the There's no way that that fucking moron said pacifist when he's supporting a fucking war.
There are things that Trump has done that I actually agree with, and I'm not shy about saying those. 10 toes
Fucking down.
have some
Conviction.
He didn't even show the AOC clip, which I think is the
Are you gonna show it? Okay, because I was about to say I was gonna try and look for it.
Hassan was complaining about AOC, afraid that she might not stand up for terrorists, and that she would be a pussy for not standing up for terrorists.
Yes.
I look for it, but I have no patience right now.
This is the hypocrite counter at guys.
Wait, hold on. No, Nugs. What is it? Let me double check what the hell he said. I'm gonna look it up and I'm gonna see if I can find it on my phone while I'm listening to this, and then I'll pull it up.
Might not stand up for terrorists, and that she would be a pussy for not standing up for terrorists. I can probably find it if I look for it, but I have no patience right now.
This is the hypocrite counter at guys. 5 billion now. Jesus Christ. I'm going to Gaza, guys. I'm an on-the-ground journalist, but also I'm a pussy and it's too scary.
I found the clip. I'm so good at this.
Oh, okay.
Look at this.
Never mind then.
There are going to be people people that, for example, come to you and say, oh, I guess you love Hamas then. And in that moment, you can't fucking yield, okay? And I feel like if push came to shove in that regard, AOC 100%, I could see her being like, no, I hate Hamas. Hamas is the most condemnable force on the planet. They need to go away. And I will vote for every bill that says we need to kill more Hamas. That's what
But there's so much content out there where he says that that's a shining moment where he brought her on stream and played Among Us with a vegan-friendly politician. But now all of a sudden she doesn't align with his beliefs, and now he's doing this.
I'm afraid that she wouldn't dance around that and basically offer a major victory that basically says, yeah, I'm in the wrong, and I'm sorry for ever criticizing Israel. And all of the
So he is there, sitting there mad that AOC would not support terrorists and that she would yield on supporting terrorists. Meanwhile, this fucking retard snake goes back on everything that he says every single time he possibly can. What an unbelievable freak. Also, you know who else is against Hamas, by the way? You know who else is against Hamas?
Who?
Cities that are in Gaza that are currently protesting against Hamas right now.
Oh, really?
And rejecting ceasefires.
Oh my god, really? I would have never known that.
I actually produced aliens. Have some conviction. Hamas did eat Piker. It was moving.
Yeah.
Ethan Klein has decided to kill Lorenz.
Oh, I don't give a shit about this. Yeah, I think I'm gonna be done for the night. I don't know if I can keep going on this. But I think it was a chill day. I think. Just so I can be 100% certain. Depending on how tomorrow ends up, I might still end up playing Doom. I don't know if I will. It all depends. But yeah, I'm gonna head out. I will see you tomorrow because I plan on all this week. I'm planning on streaming as much as possible. Alright, y'all have a good morning at this point. Later.